Hey, Being at Work listeners, it's your host, Andrea Butcher, and we're here at the end of the year. And throughout the month of December, every Tuesday, we're going to have a Daily Dose takeover from one of my very, very favorite voices in the entire world. My daughter, Mason, who's a familiar voice on this feed, is back by popular demand. I get so much feedback around how articulate and wise she is. And so I asked her, would you help close out our daily doses of leadership? And so every Tuesday, she's going to hop on the feed and she's going to share some wisdom. Check it out.
This series, we've been talking about growth points, and today we're going to talk about one that I've kind of encountered in all aspects of my life, not even just leadership or professional or educational, and that is trusting myself. Whenever I'm in the face of challenge, I've always been the kind of person who's turning to everybody in my life around me, turning to my peers, my family members, even people who probably really don't want to hear about the struggle that I'm going through. It's always been easier for me to turn to other people and say, what am I supposed to do? And as I've been kind of navigating these growth points and trying to hammer in on them for this series, I was driving home the other day and one of my favorite songs came on. It's actually quite relevant right now because I feel like it's gained a lot of popularity with the Barbie movie. And that is Closer to Fine by the Indigo Girls. My mom actually kind of raised me on this song. It was always playing in the car as I grew up. Her and I actually sang it as a duet for a family talent show, and we still do sing it together quite frequently. It is very much a mutually loved song in our family, and especially between my mom and I. And as I was trying to kind of think about ideas for this series and things in my life that have kind of emerged as themes of growth points that I thought other people could relate to, this song came on and I found myself really fixated on the lyric. The less I seek my source for some definitive, the closer I am to fine. And I found myself thinking, okay, what do I think that really means and represents in my life? Because I love that lyric. And I realized it really relates to this tendency I have to spend so much time searching for answers and wisdom in areas that are not from myself and from my inner voice. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't consult people and consult sources of wisdom to navigate change, but I am saying I think sometimes we have a tendency, especially as leaders, to neglect our inner wisdom. And we have a tendency to turn places that are not ourselves. And when we spend so much time looking for external ways to navigate change, rather than trusting our inner voice and our inner wisdom, we get even further away from what we really want and from what we really know is the right path. We are the ones that are going to live the experience based on the choices we make. And I think we owe it to ourselves as strong leaders and strong humans to trust that inner voice more often so that we can get closer to fine.